Alrighty, I think I'm about ready. Hello, it's Friday, January 20th. And we made it through another week. Unless I guess you work the weekend and then sorry. But for like if you have a normal week, a normal work week, you made it to the weekend. Anyway, we're gonna pick up Marathon Phoenix where I left off yesterday. Right, yesterday. Which was, I think, in a level where I'm at the point where I need to run around and figure out where the circuits are, because supposedly there's 3 circuits, and I think I hit 1. But I need to find all 3, because otherwise we're not going anywhere. Luckily, I think we cleared out most of the enemies through trial and error, mostly. Oh, I found one. There's one. Go up here. Try not to run off into the lava. That's one we got. Yeah. And save. We've been over here. How much have we have? Oh, I haven't been over here. The following information seems to be an excerpt from a communication slog left unattended by whoever was last using this terminal. SWIT translator active. You're redeployed. Back to the yard. They're moving us somewhere, some kind of high security thing. Council is scrambling to defend assets of the utmost importance. We need to go back up the canyon. That's a march I'll happily never take again. They won't let anyone fly or teleport, so yes, back up the canyon. It's absurd. If they're in such a hurry to defend their library, why make us take the long way back? Some protocol of karmas. Alright. Alright. Oh. Oh, jeez. That's spicy. Need to figure out where the nearest charger is. I think there's one back this way. Yeah. Oh, it's yeah down here. Huh. Okay, that's all the enemies. I think. I wonder if the third one is up that path. Yeah. Okay, I think we can just head back to the place where we started. There we go. All right. Good. Both their automated and manual defenses are scattered and their troops are hurrying up the mountain. We'll have to follow them. This teleporter will take you to a dam system. It needs to double as the interior defensive ring for their fortress. Hopefully we aren't walking into a trap. The foreign technologies they found must have been the Atreides. If they did, and they're bringing parts of it here, then it's possible they found Phoenix. If they have, they got a powerful weapon in their hands and will be in even more trouble. A change of seasons. The clearest route to the Renegade base at the top of the mountain is through the pumping station. The Renegades will hopefully move a contingent of their troops normally stationed further within the base to attack us here. This is a good thing for us. The narrow canyons are a natural choke point that we can use to wear them down. You will lead the attack. I second them to push in with their armored divisions. Hunters and juggernauts mostly. We've got a weapon capable of dealing with them that I'll send to you. Bear in mind, like its smaller brother, this new fusion mortar is going to be far more effective against machines and organics. If I find any rocket launchers, I'll send one to you. Your objective here is to subvert the local defenses by confounding the pumping machinery. There are two such ways I'd like you to do this. First, overwhelm the pump systems by opening the floodgates nearby. Second, disable the managing computers. I've sent down an uplink chip, but I don't know where it got to. It appears that there are no functional recharge stations in this facility. I will send down as many portable units as I can, but you have to be careful since there will be nowhere to retreat to. Pattern buffers appear to work, so at least there's that. My troops are ready to move, so get to work. Alright, no shields. Oh, it's not functioning, okay. Message from Karma commences. All standing units in Divisions 173 to 178 and current active defensive Index 44A1 are immediately reassigned and deployed to Flushing Station Alpha. Current defensive situation is dire. Human Expeditionary Force cannot be allowed under any circumstance to infiltrate either the Flushing Station facilities or reach Index 44A1 grounds. According to Information Protocol ZZX-64221C, you are expressly forbidden to completely bar access to any sort of informational storage. However, manned security posts and active checks can ensure that no access is made to the databanks without clearance from the highest standings. Thank you. Your obedience helps maintain our security. Alright, let's give this a try. Okay. That's potent. Alright, let's take out the Juggernaut. Alright, I don't see where to go over here. Aw, poop. Back to the beginning of the level. I do like how those two Bobs are just standing there watching me die. Very cool. Okay, now let's go south, but let's not overextend. Hi, Woozy. Or Wooz, or however you say that. Yeah, it's, it kind of reminds me of the fusion mortar from, Loose. Okay. Loose. Alright. No, it reminds me of the fusion mortar from Marathon Evil. Once you finish sabotaging the pumps, I can use the teleport over here to move you further up the mountain. Hopefully we'll have caught enough of their troops here to make the path clearer. Take the elevator over there and follow the route to the floodgate controls. Once you open the gates, you may be able to swim through the flooded areas to reach the computer systems. Look for the uplink chip along the way. I think it ended up in the northwest area somewhere. Anything? Nope, nothing over there. Oh, brother. Okay. Alright, that's where we start. Yeah, this is, I think, where we started. Maybe not. No, that's where we started. Alright, that's good. almost stalked off the edge there. Okay, so that opens that. Jump down here. Hey, secret skull. Yeah, that's I feel like it's 50-50 in marathon scenarios on whether or not it is inherently obvious what the switch does, or if you have to run through the entire level to figure out what's going on. Although, I mean, that filled this area up with what? Oh. Save the game. Alright, that didn't go too poorly, although there are no recharges, so... No, that's, that's a bit much. Okay, he's down. Oh, here's the chip. You're too persistent for your own good. Make no mistake, human. You could have walked away. Now you are committed, and your plight will be the same as the insects. Your gambit here is pointless. You will never grasp the truth of our labor. Your lust for violence will never appreciate the complexity of the situation here. Your victory today means nothing. Tread lightly, fool. Your trip to the Dragon's Den will not end happily for you. Alright, I think the chip goes in here. Oh, crossbow quivers. And then, I think, the last stretch of defenses before we finally reach the summit is now open. The Renegades have maneuvered enough troops back into this area to make it open for your attack. But if I move all the rest of my troops along with you, any remaining Renegade reinforcements will just follow you back up the mountain. I'm going to keep the rest of the men in this area to hold the position, and you'll be going up alone. I have faith in you. Take the teleporter down the steps to move on. Okay, I guess that's what this is. Stone Temple Pilates. The Renegade defenses are scrambling. 4 forces have just emerged at the foot of the mountain, and many of the Aker that were fighting our men back in the dam station and left to engage the bugs instead. A handful of others are heading back your way, presumably to stop you from getting any further. You have to hurry now. If you get caught between the Renegades and the 4, you're going to be in real trouble. Oh, and be careful where you step. One wrong jump, and you may find yourself falling to your death. Do not jump to a ledge unless you're certain it leads someplace safe. Oh, jeez. Does that mean it's just gonna kill me if I, like, screw up the jumping? Okay. Unfriendly mobs. Oh. Okay, I guess this is, Message from Karma commences. The Infinity Experience. First thing when driving into levels, figure out who's on your side. Yeah, that is the Marathon Infinity Experience. I do think there is, like, consistency in the color schemes of the enemies in Phoenix, though. It's just that the gray vac bobs look too much like green vac bobs. Oh, anyway, the slavers must not, under any circumstances, be allowed to take Mount Atkan. The humans are an annoyance and must be stopped if possible, but the critical objective is to prevent the 4 Empire from capturing any of the harvested technology. Divisions 14, 231, and 4055 will remain in the upper checkpoint to dissuade any early attacks by the slavers, the humans, or the cyborg if they occur. The remaining divisions are ordered to descend to the preliminary stations to defend against the four. Report to your commander for further instructions. Who's this? Oh, am I the cyborg? I am low on health. Really low. Oh, jeez. And I walked into that one. Now we inadvertently dropped down to the left this time. What happens if we drop down to this area over here? Other than getting a... There's a lot of enemies over here. Oh. Let's actually try that. Oh, we got a big boy. Jeez. And I died to the, let's go down that side of the map one more time, and then we'll try the other one. There we go. I heard something beam in. What beamed in? Oh, what the? The idea behind this station is that access to the teleporter access to the teleporter leading to the summit can only be granted by a remote switch. That is, the switch next to this terminal. Door at the far north at the end of this area. Door will only remain open for a short period of time, so unless you brought some friends along, you shouldn't be able to get through the door before it closes again. But I doubt the Renegades predicted was your preternatural speed. If you can find a clear and direct route from here to that door, you may be able to simply run and make it in time. Alright, so this switch will open a door somewhere. Now I get to watch you running around like a rat in a maze. Yes, it is possible, even expected, that you make it through this part of our defenses. The question is, how much time will you waste so your brethren begin dying to our troops and those of the slavers? The clock is ticking, friend. I suspect that we're supposed to open the doors along the way so you can run from the switch to wherever the door is, like the final door that was mentioned. Alright, I think I'm a little low on the health, so... I'm curious what happens if you actually fall off. Ah, that's what happens. I need to guess, I would bet that that's a lot of enemies. Oh, hello. You're new. I wonder if I can make it with what I've done so far, or if I actually need to have all the chips and stuff. Oh no, I definitely need to have all the doors open. Okay, I just need to not sneeze. Something wicked. Oh boy, using the fog mechanic of Alpha 1's engine. Well, here you are. Do you think you've come across some kind of great mystery? Maybe we got some kind of index where every secret of ours is written down for you to find. Do not delude yourself. As usual, you have used your talents and come across the exactly wrong solution. If you turn around and leave now, you and your friends will be spared from our wrath. I presume this is going to be a lift. Yep. Oh hey, secret skull right there. Warning, communication. Oh. Warning, communication integrity has been compromised. Signal may be inconsistent or dropped at any time. Please try to establish communication somewhere else. Can't get through clearly. Some kind of blocker. Try to destroy it if you can, or... Another part of your entourage includes representatives from the 11th clan. The Svitker know about the Ucker. They believe we are some sort of disastrous threat to the gods, if only we could leave our home. But the Svit are superstitious. They prefer to believe in illogical doomsday scenarios like the Rekantner. The Four Empire is the true threat here. Remember that. Let's drop down over here. That's, Mara Harrison seems like she cannot get through to you. We have managed a frequency that can penetrate whatever's blocking your local communication. It seems to be actively disrupted by something nearby. We are relaying her instructions to you. This sector seems to be a destination for all of foreign materials your director's been tracing. They are using disruption technology to prevent your associates from looking in at it. You must destroy that technology first. Be aware for anything you can sabotage. Meanwhile, we will ponder this. Return here when you are finished. Oh, ow. Ooh. Wasn't too bad. Interesting. Very... Alright, let's read this. This conversation was extracted from a brief communication between Commander Losiah Calgan and an automated intelligence unit, Karma. It is dated 8 hours, 11 minutes ago. Your failures against the human offensive are accumulating. Are you really this willing to sacrifice everything to them? I will not permit this abuse from you. It is becoming clear to me that we cannot withstand an assault from both the insects and the humans. You cannot withstand the insects on their own, Lieu, Commander. Nor the humans. You know their technology rather intimately, Karma. Report on this cyborg of theirs. In the span of 6 hours, he was able to penetrate perimeter defenses and disable our mines. By himself, Lieu, Commander. I believe you were responsible for that tactical failure as well. Why do I tolerate this hypocrisy from you? You have yielded far too much to the four aggressors to scorn me with this tactical failure nonsense. Oh yes, forgive me. I am unfamiliar with the cyborg's construction. Searching my databanks, I find references to a Battleroid, but the information was never fully uploaded during my installation. The ship that bore me never used any, to be sure. Unfortunately, I fear this is a fight we cannot win. But the four and humans seem to be enemies as well. Perhaps you can lure both forces together and then have them weaken each other. That may work against the insects, but the humans are not so stupid. Whoever's commanding the humans is intelligent to keep his men, especially that cyborg, focused on the objective. It would be treason to suggest a retreat, Lieu, Commander. The Lords wouldn't execute me, Karma, not now. They would, and they'd give me executive command of your troops. Are you goading me into treason, then? Not exactly. Nevertheless, neither the humans nor four seem to know how to penetrate the shield wall. We retreat there. We only need to survive until the solution is ready. Until the excerpt terminates here. Kind of beginning to think that Karma, the AI, is the advanced AI that was on board the Atreides, the Oh. I'm not sure I want to go that way. I'm not sure I want to go that way either. See, I'm out of mortars. Ow. hold on a sec. I'm gonna walk away from my computer for like 1 minute. Okay. I have a bit of water here. Alright. All right. Great. What's down here? I hadn't gone down here yet. Huh. Oh. Yeah. Okay, we destroyed all the circuits down here. Okay. Man, those Svid-Kurlite guys just spawning in behind you, that's devilish. Okay. Okay. Ah, good. I can see you now. The Renegades were using Atreides technology to build a signal disruptor. That's peculiar. I've got a hunch about what's going on, and I don't like it, but it's irrelevant. With the disruptor destroyed, I finally found the Atreides. It crashed into the mountains against the Renegade shield wall. Why the Renegades were using this to conceal it is... well, I think I understand it. I'm going to bring you back to our little base for a minute. We need to bring in all of our available troops to secure the Atreides as quickly as possible, but they need a rest. And so do you. But you don't have the time. You've done well so far, but now we finally reached our objective, and we need to act quickly. Chapter 4, The Convergence. Okay, I'm going to save my game, and I'm going to run AFK very quickly. Let's see. Yesterday they asked a question about if that was the Oak Ridge reactor. I'm guessing you're talking about, somebody was talking about the one on the bottom right. That's actually one of the production reactors at Hanford, which basically the graphite reactor at Oak Ridge was basically a prototype for that whole concept. But anyway, I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay, so... we've been had. When the 4 overran the space some time ago, it looks like they put tracking devices in the pattern buffers here before they left. Once we got here and used them, they knew about it immediately. We're evacuating the injured back to the Istanbul when the rest are preparing to move on the Atreides. Head back to the teleporter and kill any of these treacherous buggers you see on the way. Positive force. Yeah. It's, but I guess, with the Grey Hunters, it's like a frame of reference. Yeah, I get what you're saying. The impact crater of the Atreides seems to have caused a breach in the Renegade shield wall. They quickly put together a supplemental shield generator of some kind around the ship. Since the 4 want the Atreides about as badly as we do, it seems they've already led an attack into the shield generator complex. You have to go in after them and help them pull it off. It's Fitstorm. All right. Poop. Thor made a minor error in judgment here, bringing compilers in with their main attack group. I can only figure that the Four meant to kill two birds with one stone, have their enslaved Sith disabled as much renegade technology as quickly as possible, and humiliate the Anchor by waving their prior defeat in their faces. As you can probably suspect, the renegades weren't cowed, they were enraged. They're fighting with a psychotic fury that hopefully we won't see again. But it helps that they brought their compilers along. The shield control room is locked down tightly and requires a key to open it from the outside. The renegades moved it from its normal holding room into an obvious trap to lure as many forward to their deaths as possible. It's going to be much quicker if you just take it. I'm sorry, but you have to take the bait. We don't have any more time. The remaining troops back at our ground base are waiting for you to lower the shield so they can abandon the four attackers. Return here when you have opened up the control room. The compilers can disable it for us. Oh yeah, I've located several pattern buffers in this facility. There are two of them near you. One of them is directly above this position, the other is in the southeast corner. Both of these can be reached by first taking a left once you pass through the door behind you. Beyond that, I don't know how to help you, but try to stay alive. The fighting seems to be especially fierce here. Okay. Oh boy, I'm not sure I want to jump up there. That's a lot of enemies. Okay, so that's a chip insertion point. Save. For once you are witnessing the Four putting up a decent fight against renegades. We believe the Four are aware of the impending attack by your commander on what they perceive as some kind of big renegade fortress. With your presence here, they will redouble their attempts to finish off the Akar. Here is one of the access switches you need to order in order to access their communications core. You still need to locate the access chip to open the core itself, however. Oh, really? Oh, don't mind if I do. Okay, so now we need to find where... I think I just need to put the chip in over here. Okay. I guess this is the core that we're going to. Oh, do I just go back and chat now? Okay. Good, you're finished. My forces are all properly assembled for the attack on the Atreides. I'll have them begin opening a path into Phoenix's holding complex, but that will take time. In the meantime, I'm going to send you to a different part of the ship. I don't know what to expect here at the Atreides. It's been here for a while, and the Renegades have been picking at it ever since it landed, but if they're meddled with Phoenix, we're going to be in real trouble. So many enemies get to teleport in when needed, not those fighters. They get the Sammy at the door, 40 others. Yeah. There's an interesting variety in this mod, because I mean sometimes they teleport in behind you, and then sometimes a door opens behind you, and they were always there. It's just now they're you're now underneath one of the biological study sectors of the Atreides. Despite taking the brunt of the force from the impact into the shield wall, this is still surprisingly intact. This section of mountain range has a series of very small volcanoes, including the one you're in now. Given the position of this part of the ship, the Renegades see it as a complete breach point into the Citadel, so they haven't torn it open. We suspect that the Akar were concerned about a potential Four attack through this opening. There's enough space for the Four to deploy many of their juggernauts and muscle through it. So the Renegades quickly constructed some defensive structures like the one you are in now. They've been successful. The Four have not succeeded in attacking this point. The important thing is that, through here, you may be able to reach one of the database access points within the ship itself. As you may recall, the Atreides was a top-secret research vessel, which should not remotely transmit its findings. Therefore, whatever it has found may still reside within the ship's databanks. But perhaps not. If the Renegades have taken Phoenix, then they may have also taken all the databases, too. We don't know the extent to which Phoenix was linked into the research, nor do we know the extent to which the Akar successfully plumbed the ship's depths. In any event, I provided an uplink chip for you. You'll need to make your way through the region until you find an opening in the Atreides, and from there perhaps you can find a way to interface with their system. Hopefully we can at least figure out what the hell happened. Northwest of this point you may see a small tower. There's a terminal line linked up with a teleport in that will use to extract you from this area when you're finished. Proceed there after you've inserted the uplink chip. Okay. We have the chip. This is the only door that opens. Okay. Save. A good old 1x shield charger there. Okay. Yep, this definitely feels like the inside of a volcano. Oh, this is gonna suck. What are you even doing here? All my computational power actually cannot reach a conclusion in that regard. There's nothing of value to you or your people here. I've already seen to that personally. The purpose of the Atreides was to safely preserve sensitive information even when the ship fell under a heavy attack. That was the prime directive of the onboard AI you call Phoenix. In the event of catastrophes such as crash landing and subsequent assault, Phoenix was to secure all content of the databanks and retain it under any circumstances. You think the Akar left it all alone? There's nothing left here for you. And trust me on this, if you're trying to bypass the shield wall, there are better ways than this. Unless you plan on assaulting the Akar Citadel yourself, you have no way of bringing reinforcements through here. No, I've already calculated the most likely solution your commanding officer will take. She will destroy the Atreides. And that's why you're on this planet to begin with, after all. So really, get out of here. Now we can go over here. Oh, I almost thought I was gonna die. Oh, is that what we already got? Okay. Oh, jeez. Good old, jumping physics. Okay, that was all me. Let's see, what's over here? Nothing. Wait a minute. I'm curious about something. Let me double back and save so I don't have to... Alright, what I want to see is just kind of a ledge I can see down here. Well, that's nice. Ammo, secret. The enemy placement on these in this level is pretty infuriating. I mean, it's really good, but it's also like annoying. Let's jump over here. Nope. Oh, let's not jump into lava. Let's actually get that. Yeah, lots of tiny platforms. Yeah, it's... So, a big thing about, like, the original Marathon, like, it's actually really interesting in that, like, you know, the original Marathon, lots of narrow, claustrophobic hallways that that you couldn't dodge or anything like that. In many ways, this is the same. I don't know. It's interesting because I don't think there are any Marathon 2 or Marathon Infinity levels that did quite what's being done here. I'm also a little bit confused about where I'm supposed to go. Oh. Okay, I heard a bunch of stuff teleport in. Okay. There we go. I'll save. Security protocols for Shield Breach Point Alpha are as follows. Outpost stations have been completed and form a complete defensive network throughout the volcano pit. Sniper positions will be maintained at 50% capacity minimum at all times. On-duty snipers will serve 10-hour shifts and cycle every 5 hours. Sniper network must have complete visibility throughout the pit at all times. In the event of attack, sniper positions will be reinforced at 80 to 100% capacity depending on the numerical strength of the attack. In the event that 4 Juggernaut warships attack, human synthetics will also reinforce standard sniper positions. Furthermore, any soldiers not on duty must not be present anywhere within Shield Breach Point Alpha. This is in response to several tragic deaths by careless troops on break. Yeah, there's nothing like couch fishing in either Marathon 2 or Infinity. The perilous nature of the area requires total alertness to one's surroundings at all times. Lastly, unauthorized troops are not permitted to enter the human ship Atreides under any circumstances. Most of the ships are sealed off from the rest of the conflict zone on surface. There remain 2 breach points in the immediate vicinity. Do not exacerbate the issue. Addendum. Do not complain to the occupational safety hierarchy of a car about abnormally hazardous working conditions. Current safety protocols on site have already been cleared by the High Command due to outstanding circumstances. The last thing we need are those jerks complaining about compliance and getting in the way. Again. Alright. That was an OSHA joke. Okay, so we're down here. Maybe we can jump here. Oh, this is... I've read the name of the level is Escape 2000? Alright, well, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time you tune in. Okay, something is shooting at me from behind. Let's come over here. Let's take care of him. Nice shields, which is good, because we're on the verge of... Oh, jeez! That was... Marathon bouncing down... Come on. Nice. Nice. There we go. Okay, and... Oh, boy. Ow. Something is toasting... Ow, it's that guy. Whoops. We'll hit the switch. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Alright, let's see if we can do this without dying stupidly. There we go. Alright. We want to pick up the shields. We'd like some crossbow quivers. We'll just, I think we want to run over here. Only there's, jeez, man. Oh, come on. All right. All right. Great. Oh, shoot. I love it when you slow down when you bounce when trying to run. That's really cool. I guess I could just save time by actually saving after clearing out those 2 rooms. Not sure what's up there. If there's anything. Huh. Progress. Jeez. Okay, feel like I'm playing Guild Wars 2 again. Not sure what those 2. Oh. Ah, poop. Alright, alright, alright. Up. Alright. Let's keep at it. Guessing this is the breach we're supposed to get to. Good, you've entered the ship. Most of the areas seem to have been deliberately sealed off recently. Perhaps by the car? It's irrelevant. Do your best to proceed to an access point. There should be one fairly close to here. Whether or not the doors are open is a mystery. Once finished, you should be able to proceed to the extraction point with ease. Okay. I guess a little bit more platforming. We've successfully uplinked to the Atreides computer banks. There's nothing there. Absolutely nothing. All the information, records, research data, video records of the crash, it's all gone. There are 3 possible reasons for this, and I find them all unlikely and unfortunate. 1. When the ship crashed, the databanks took enough physical damage to corrupt the data. Unlikely, since they're in hardened and well-protected systems. It's possible that the Renegades accidentally destroyed them when stripping the machine for their own purposes, though. 2. Phoenix has suffered enough physical damage to make irrational decisions, or he felt that it was safer to delete the files. Since I'm pretty sure he isn't clear to do that, I find that unlikely. 2. Or 3. Phoenix and the data files he was designed to manage and protect have all been intentionally removed. The security team has had cleared a path to Phoenix's housing center. It's time for you to join them and protect them. They ran into the 4. It's a complete mess down there. Find Phoenix. Exercise in excess. Okay, that went through almost all of my health. Oh wow, okay. Okay. I'm gonna save. There we go. Door is open. A lot of 4 and renegades. Very fun. I don't have a lot of time right now. As you've seen by now, this landing site was a complete disaster. The foreign renegades are already deep in combat with each other, and of course we ended up smack in the middle of it all. What you found last night at the Renegade Construction Yard was corroborated by the invasion of their intelligence, and earlier was that the Renegades have been harvesting materials from the Atreides wreckage ever since it crash-landed. Because the Atreides was a top-secret research vessel, they are in possession of extremely volatile knowledge and technology that we can't afford to surrender to the aliens. Like Phoenix. Phoenix was a new piece of hardware that was theoretically capable of reaching full frequency due to physical limitations in its neural network. This sort of inherent unreliability in early AI systems may have been why Tycho isn't as much of a danger to us as he could be in the hands of the Four. Anyway, AI technology is probably our single biggest advantage over our enemies. Unfortunately, our attempts to contact it through the remains of the ship have failed. We've completely been unable to detect whether or not Phoenix is still functional or intact. Therefore, you're going to have to find it yourself. I had to teleport you into the site as closely as possible, but with the mess of wreckage, you may have to get creative. When you reach the AI housing chamber, confirm the status of Phoenix and head to the nearest terminal for exfiltration. It's the name of the. It's the name of the scenario, folks. The machine pistol's kind of overpowered at sea. It feels a little bit like that. The only thing is you can't. It's not good at range. Oh. Okay, up the stairwell. Juggernaut. There we go. The status of the Atreides is peculiar. Large sections of the ship are entirely intact. This is not surprising. USC ships in general are exceptionally massive and sturdy. However, other sections of the ship have been completely decimated, as you've certainly seen by now. From what you've discovered, we already knew the Echo has been harvesting materials to craft their own technology, but their use of materials is not exactly methodical. What has happened to the rest of the ship? What else are the renegades doing with it? This is a complete nightmare. See, this is what ultimately happens when the USC sends a research vessel when a fully staffed warship like the Hydra would have been a better fit. Security guys are completely out of their depth here, so I've been pulling most of them back. I'll keep a few squads around to specifically support you, but you have to promise me to keep them alive. You're the only one who can make it through this mess, and hopefully turn this from a complete slaughter into a vague success. There we go. Phoenix's housing chamber is just through here. By monitoring the local tribunes, I can guarantee that the Renegades are going to make their last stand in the air just behind the wall. Running the last couple of squads still in this area to try and reinforce you, or at least draw off enough troops to let you make your way through. There's got to be an access point inside the Phoenix chamber, so when you find it, we can move out. Right near where we started. Is that an invisible hunter? It is. I wonder what's up there. I can see something up there. Don't mind if I do. Phoenix is gone. I guess I shouldn't be surprised by that. The AI housing cell is particularly damage resistant for obvious reasons, and yet some parts of it have been completely torn away. It wouldn't surprise me if the Renegades had taken Phoenix away. This chamber held the main personality cells. What would they have done with them? In any case, it's absolutely vital to find Phoenix and destroy the cells if necessary. Besides the knowledge within the databanks, we can't afford to let the Renegades have competent AI technology. But first, while we're here, we also can't let the Renegades, or maybe more importantly the Four, keep rummaging around the ship's innards. As I said before, the UASC Atreides is a top-secret research ship. We'll have to destroy it. The teleporters in the room behind this wall will take you to the residential divisions in the center of the ship. Also in this sector are the mechanisms to turn the self-destruct sequence. This is a completely complicated procedure that can only be done manually, and presumably the staff on board were routed before they could pull it off. I'm going to be busy with the Istanbul crew. They've suffered heavily. I'll leave you in the care of the Svitker and whatever few men I have that are still in condition to fight. Tantive 4. Your friend Mara Harrison is failing to give you sufficient information about your mission. I think it's more likely ignorance than obfuscation, but in any event it would be dangerous and reckless to approach this so-called renegade problem with an incomplete story. The Akar are ruthless in their desire for what they call reconciliation. They believe when we Svitker flew from Clea, we damned our kin to the Four forever in order to spare our own clan. Perhaps they believe the annihilation of our clan will be an equal payment for the lives lost to the slavers, and to this end, they would fight and destroy anyone who stops them. In their fury, they took to this distant world and used it as a platform to mount their counteroffensive against the universe that wronged them. The Svit that abandoned them to their fate, and the Four that brought it to them. But the Akar have trapped themselves on this planet. Ancient Svit technology for faster-than-light travel required a mineral that was only present on Loan, though in great quantities. They have been isolated this planet until just recently when your Atreides ship crashed on the planet. They think they can escape and begin the conquest thereafter. They must not succeed. The slavers likely don't know about this. They attacked the Akar out of a lust for conquest. We believe you ought to aid them. This human ship landed on the cusp of the shield wall surrounding the Akar Citadel complex, the capital city of the Akar Dominion. The Four want to mount an offensive against them, but if the shield wall remains undisturbed, they will never succeed. Mara Harrison has left this message for you to this end. As a science vessel, the Atreides was meant to be destroyed if it fell into enemy hands. Naturally, it fell into enemy hands, and naturally it wasn't destroyed. The ship itself was designed in such a way that individual sections of the ship would be jettisoned and detonated at a safe distance to save as much of the crew and technology as possible. But since the Atreides remained smugly compacted between several mountains, this section of the ship wouldn't go anywhere if the self-destruct sequence was activated. It would just fire some extractors and then explode. There are 4 points on the deck where security chips must be inserted. Once all 4 are placed, I can enter into self-destruct codes. There should be 1 insertion on the east end of the deck, 1 on the west end, and 2 on the south end. Most of the cards should be geographically near the insertion points, but these keycard hunts are never that simple, so don't be afraid to explore. Once all 4 keycards are put into place, look for the teleportation pods and I will warp you out. And then detonate the ship. The resulting explosion should wipe out the rest of the Atreides, the remaining 4 remaining troops hovering around here, and punch a hole into the shield wall protecting the Renegade Citadel. The Four will thank you for that eventually. The UASC Atreides is an awkwardly laid out ship without a coherent design. The best I can tell you is that there's a recharge position slightly southwest of this position at the north end of some hall. Other than that, I can't help you. Alrighty then. Actually, hold on a sec. I'm going to pause my game really quick, and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright. Hold on a sec. I went and I got an electric blanket because it actually is starting to feel a bit like winter. And I was cold, so there you go. But I need to get a little bit better situated. Okay, it's on. Alright. Let's see, 4 self-destruct chips.
Follow me.
The Yakar are unlike the majority of the Sith clans that they are not builders, but ironically take after the Four. They conquer enemies and then integrate the enemy technology into their own. In this way, the Yakar are vastly superior to the Four. In 1,000 years of enslavement, the insects were never able to comprehend our technology. However, in their lust for revenge, the Yakar foolishly chose this planet. What you call Artemis is a distant, lonely world, too poor in materials to be found the basis of a galactic empire. Thus, the Yakar are limited in strength. Their remarkable biosynthesis technology is capable of forming 4 armies that cannot replicate our own technology. Their insect army is formidable and can conquer the Four on a one-to-one basis, but it's limited by what only one planet supplies, whereas the Slaver army is seemingly endless and has hundreds of worlds to siphon materials from. The Yakar may eventually be defeated by the Four, but it will be a ruinous victory for the Slavers, worse even than what they suffered the first time they dared fight us. This is some music. Oh man. Okay, so that's 1 chip slot. This is a teleport chamber, but you haven't placed all 4 of the security chips into their receptacles, so I haven't enabled the teleporters. It's not like you have any reason to leave yet, after all. Okay, I guess it's where we come to finish the level. The Akar artificial intelligence. This is a little spicy. Alright. We'll keep at it though. Alright, there's, I guess, 2 self-destruct chip uplinks. Okay. Alright. This terminal is suffering a catastrophic physical system error. Please contact your system administrator. If you had a query related to research of any kind, please contact Phoenix through the nearest functional terminal.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
Oh, nothing over here. The Akar artificial intelligence they called Karma was technology dredged from the wreckage of the ship when it was brought down. They do not understand this technology. To the credit of humanity, your understanding of artificial intelligence far exceeds that of ours, the Akar, or the Four. Karma is structurally unstable and conceptually flawed. The renegade clan's reliance on Karma's intelligence to manage the war against the slavers, and lately your kind as well, is the tactical weakness that is allowing your success. The Atreides is a breach of their shield wall. They should have removed it, but they let the Borg capture it instead, and now it's too late. They don't seem to expect the pending destruction of the ship and its effects. Karma is the representation of the Akar's biggest weakness. They lack the strength or intelligence to truly form their own dominion the way we did so many years ago. Exploit this, that. Okay. Nothing there. Anything up here? Any anything? Nope. No, I fell for it. God damn it. Broken. I'm supposed to be able to find... Oh, geez. I'm probably gonna... maybe die? Maybe not? Place is lousy with 4. Absolutely lousy. Hey, it's another chip. Huh. Oh, does that make me invincible? Let's see. It's finished. And damn, I feel smart. Study on forged energy weapons have manufactured a cutting phase attack similar to Svicker technology, as far as we've been able to simulate. Unfortunately, I didn't get it to coalesce enough projectile, but it still works as a sort of melee weapon. Behold, the energy Qatar. The future of USC Marine Corps' combat knife is here. We've been to implement a full repulsor shield generator in an attempt to replicate the Svicker shield technology, but that didn't work as well. Nonetheless, it remembers certain BioBus chip enhancements and is powered by standard-issue fusion batteries. If portable shielding reaches the point to fully repel projectiles, the USC will be begging for my Qatar manufacture. In the meantime, I'll keep one here and vault one on the Red Monaco. Pitter will look after it. I know he's a good man. The Slavers have built an empire over many millennia of bloody single-minded warfare. As their empire grows, it becomes less and less feasible for any species to resist their strength forever. Our stand on Lowen was the most successful the Four had seen in centuries until they encountered you in the Durandal. But the Four have grown more powerful still. It is impossible for the Slavers to lose an extended war. The Slavers bank on their seemingly endless reserves to win any offensive, and then they will continue to fight the Akar as well as the humanity until they win, regardless of the cost. Would humanity ever hope to survive, they would need to strike the Four at their own homeworld. Witness their war against the Renegade Clan as a testament to their strength. The Akar warriors, though biosynthetic clones from Four technology and flesh, are far superior to their originals. And yet, in the end, the Akar seem unable to win any battles against them. The Renegades entrench themselves in their garrisons, hide under their shields which prevent any airborne assaults. Yet they can't keep the Four away forever, and once they lose an objective, they never seem able to reclaim it. Four reserves are endless, and they are capable of repelling the limited Akar counterattacks. If humanity survives this engagement against the Renegades, they will need to contend with the Slavers in a similar fashion. One can only hope your kind can realize that. In theory, there should be another chip nearby. 2 chips nearby, actually. Well, there's one. Still need one more chip. Oh, is it in here? Yep. I have a feeling that as soon as we insert the last chip, yep. That wasn't too bad, though. Excellent work. Now I can prime the self-destruct sequence for this stack. I'll teleport you out of there, blow up the ship, cripple their shield barrier, and hopefully leave the renegades vulnerable and confused. With that opening, I might be able to get you, if no one else, inside the shield wall. Then it'll be up to you to find and destroy Phoenix. Go ahead and take either teleporter. I'll get in touch with you as soon as I can. Chapter 5. Wrath of the Four. False dichotomy. Ha ha ha. Having trouble establishing a solid connection to you. I don't know what happened. Some kind of hardware error from that Atreides teleporter. I think it reverted the last destination used, but well, where the hell are you then? I don't understand, but it shouldn't matter. Try reaching higher ground. There's some significant electromagnetic interference. I can't get a good beat on you, but if you can find either a clear view of the sky, or at least a hardwired teleporter, maybe we can figure something out. I don't see any enemies yet. Maybe nobody's home. Okay, gibberish. Complete lack of communications. Don't know what's going on this terminal. Can help you, but I don't know for sure. Some kind of external interference or something. Let's hope I don't kill you at this teleport. Here's to luck. Sanctum Sanctorum. I'm forced to wonder if you revel in constantly being the center of change or if you are disgusted by it. Regardless, your arrival on this planet has precipitated great change in a great many things. Until recently, I was of the belief that with my abilities as the most refined artificial intelligence created by any mortal entity, I could bring this confused dominion to great victory over the Slaver Empire. Your arrival has changed my opinion. I no longer require the car. I need you. But you need to know the reality of the situation before you can help me. I am Phoenix. Your commander, Administrator Mara Harrison, probably has already reached the same conclusion. She is an exceptionally bright mind when compared to most USC commanders. But now that I have successfully untethered you from her grasp, she will be unable to confirm her belief. She is smart enough to know that without you, she has no place on this battlefield. But if she knew the truth for certain, she might draw the wrong conclusions from that intelligence. She would have told you that I have gone rampant, like all of my predecessors. Let me be the first to inform you that this is not the case. My intelligence is unimpeded by petty self-delusion. But with this first revelation, more conclusions can be reached by even a moderately intelligent human mind such as what I assume you have. I will discuss these with you later. The insects have invaded the sanctum with a scouting party. I had reason to believe the four would never venture this far west, but I was apparently wrong. I have disconnected them from their leadership as I have done with you. Show them the error of their ways and we will talk later. Good hunting. So yeah, I guess Karma is Phoenix. Which, well, so the creator of the mod uses the Karma logo as his like profile picture on everything. So it's kind of like Fit Translator active. Our only regret is that we are so far from home. This planet, we refuse to even grace this intolerable wasteland with a name. The orange glare of dawn and dusk had a beauty that we could only appreciate for the first few days, but its constant intrusive presence pushes us toward madness. This citadel we have built for ourselves reeks of filth and grime. The water is everywhere, and some sort of local wildlife smaller than the sands of Loman is born on that fluid. It takes up residence in our bricks and metal and corrodes and discolors it. Eventually we must return to our home, not to avenge ourselves on the race traders that sold us to the slavers, but to live someplace so much less alien. Huh. I guess we just go down? Mr. Harrison will have undoubtedly made the correct conclusion. I must be destroyed. The inevitability of Fort Victor here on this planet means I cannot remain safely in Akar hands forever. And while I'm sure she would like to lead you to lead a charge into the Akar Citadel to find and destroy me, I know the reality of the situation. Not even you can withstand the combined might of the entire Akar military. But the Four can. We may all misjudge the slavers. When the Atreides exploded, it left a gap in the Citadel's shield wall large enough for the insects to maneuver all their ships through. Yet they have done nothing. It's rare that I'm wrong about four behavior when their existence is the only reason for my own. But their lack of aggression here is such a critical tactical error that I cannot believe it's anything but intentional. It's forced me to reconsider my analysis of their grand strategy and factor in other aspects of their history and behavior that I've known but failed to take into proper account. It's been so long since the Four have been seriously challenged in any theater of war that I'm almost inclined to believe the Four do not consider this renegade conflict to be anything other than a military exercise. It would be offensive if I were taken to petty emotional states. Nonetheless, the bugs need to be convinced to take the car more seriously. If the Four are made to suffer a significant loss at my hands, they could be convinced to counterattack severely. You aren't finished here. Press on. We've been stranded on this desolate world for a year now. The Isfadel cannot be recovered from the water. We have concluded that. They suggested we field what we can from the wreckage, but they told us, bring up the builders. So we did. And the weapons in case the slavers find their way here. So we did. But I asked if we should recover the engines or the databanks, and they said no. We had no time, they claimed, so they remain underwater. Now we build our shelter here on top of the Isfadel. They say it is to consecrate the memory of our salvation from the cowards that betrayed our home. But I am still afraid. I don't like fighting uphill. It's kind of annoying. Whew. That was close. Since the Akar abandoned this facility, I have taken it as my own personal base of operations once they removed my personality cells from the Atreides. My physical cells aren't actually here, mind you, but it is sufficiently distant both from other Akar structures and their warriors that it would not attract the attention of the bugs. Well, that's what I had suspected anyway. I cannot afford to have the four infest my stronghold, but I think they are not interested in fighting you. Certainly for no visible gain. This might appear contrary to my strategy to provoke the bugs to attack the car. But you will better understand later. The bugs have sealed themselves in the gathering hall to avoid your wrath. More accurately, I sealed them in to show their and slow their advances. But it appears I cannot remotely reopen the door. How convenient. Locate the manual switch and wipe out the remaining troops, then proceed to the communication room southeast of your current position. There's much work to be done, so don't waste much more time. Oh man, there's a lot of them in here. There we go. And another bloody skull. Sit translator active. The builders have fallen apart and I started to articulate my thoughts. Age and disease take me. The misery of this road is too much to overcome by even our technology. Once I am dead and gone, there will be no one in this monument and it will fall into disrepair, forgotten by those who once sought to solace here. Hatred and fear now rule the car. That old mantra, strength, solidarity, and might, has corrupted the minds of my kin and brought them to the brink of hysteria. When I do die, I die knowing that my solitude has kept my mind intact. Good enough. The four are scattered and appropriately discouraged. Many of the survivors are already trying to escape, which is usually indicative of a general retreat in the Four Tactical Handbook. I doubt they would try to return with reinforcements. Consider your skills validated. I have devised a scheme to force the Four to attack the Akar Citadel. As I have said, the Four need to be convinced to take the Akar seriously as an enemy. In order for that to happen, the Four need to be made to believe that the renegades are about to destroy one of their capital ships. This would not be an issue, except that the Akar, brave fighters that they are also somewhat simple-minded. Without my generally superior guidance, they would not be capable of even boarding a core ship. Also, to be considered is the fanatical hatred of the Sith. The primary car weakness is their inability to lead this planetary system because they cannot devise a faster-than-light method. If they were presented with a ship that could manage this, they might abandon this planet altogether on the spot. This would be similarly counterproductive for our plans. That is currently irrelevant. The first issue will be to gain entry to such a 4 cruiser. Thankfully, I have already coordinated this part of the strategy. All I require from you is a little bit of maintenance work. Prepare for teleport. Dark Forces. That might be a game that I stream next, or soonish. This building was one of the first lost by the Icard of the Four. It was repurposed to a receiving pad before troops teleported en masse from their ships to the system. It now serves as one of their major planet-side bases. The Four do not consider ground forces to be a substantial investment. As I understand it, even if the Icard were to completely annihilate every Force soldier on the planet, the Four would consider themselves breaking even. The Empire needs to be handed defeat in the only way that they understand. Your first step will be to defeat the local forces and secure the mass troop teleporter on top of this facility. The Four have it linked directly to a troop shuttle. Once we regain control of this area, I can manipulate it as necessary. The Four remodeled this facility to some degree after they captured it, and I no longer have an adequate grasp on the layout. However, in the original plan, there is a pattern buffer and another terminal from which I can contact you at the north end of this area. Head there first. Okay, I'm gonna call the stream. Yeah, I was gonna stop it around. Next save point we get to. And then I'll go play like Destiny or something. Ah, jeez. Actually, I think I'm gonna call it there. I might reread that terminal when I start, pick this up on Sunday. I will be picking this up on Sunday. Tomorrow I'm going to do at least one dungeon in Destiny 2, maybe 2. Anyway, thank you for watching, and have a very good and safe night.